Welcome everybody back to the channel, and today we will be redesigning and rebuilding the Cleveland Browns. Now the Cleveland Browns have a few bright spots, but they are mainly on defense. With players like Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward, Devin Bush, Grant Delpit, and drafting Defensive Rookie of the Year Carson Schwarzenegger, the Browns have plenty of talent on defense. Problem seems to be on the offensive side. Will they keep Shedeur Sanders as the starting quarterback? Will they add another receiver in the draft? Will they keep David Njoku or let Harold Fanning be his successor? This team has plenty of holes to fill on the offensive side. The Cleveland Browns do have 2 first-round picks in this coming draft because they traded with the Jaguars so the Jaguars can move up to draft Travis Hunter. The question is, in this rebuild, what will we do with the 2 draft picks we have in this draft and going forward? Should we draft a playmaker on offense? Should we solidify the defense even more? Do we draft offensive linemen or do we go for a quarterback? And that's what we're going to find out today, rebuilding and redesigning the Cleveland Browns. Now, in order to add a redesign, you must go to the Creation Center and download it. I've already made my own. You'll be able to see it and download it by searching my name in the Creation Center. What you want to do is go into franchise and replace the Cleveland Browns with a team builder team from Creation Center by pressing square or X on Xbox. We're going to go down to my Cleveland Browns, and we're going to keep the Browns roster, so we actually do keep the team, but we got the redesigned uniforms. For this rebuild, we are starting from the Super Bowl with the Patriots and the Seahawks, so we're going right into free agency, re-signing players, and the NFL draft, so we cannot go back in history and redo history. And also, I know that Kevin Stefanski is not the coach of the Browns. Just for the sake of the video, we're just going to keep him as coach because, you know, maybe this rebuild will save his job. And this is just a quick look of the redesigned uniforms that I created. As you see, they're basically a combination of the old and new mixture of the Browns uniform with the Cleveland on the front, but the shoulder stripes are the regular uniforms, but with a brown helmet with a white face mask. Some of the uniforms do look very similar to the ones that they have already. I just wanted to redesign them slightly. You can't even tell. This looks like a real uniform. Looking at the roster here, it looks like they just have a lot of defensive talent. Of course, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah is probably not going to be able to play any longer due to his neck injury a year or so ago, which that's ultimately sad. Devin Bush, of course, coming along, being a really good replacement for JOK. And Carson Schwarzenegger coming up and proving he's the best defensive rookie of the year. He has a promising career going forward, but it looks like I said, they have just a plethora of talent on defense. Quinshon Judkins can be the running back of the future, and so could Harold Fanning, already an 80 overall. Mason Graham also an 80 overall. So it looks like we might be trading David Njoku. We don't need 2 tight ends, and if we can get anything for his value, maybe a couple draft picks back or a player back, then it could probably really help the rebuild going forward. As for Myles Garrett, I've seen some analysts say that they could trade him and get back a lot for him. In this rebuild, I don't think we will be trading him because I do know we would be able to get a lot back, but having a 99 overall player is going to be very crucial to rebuilding this team, and he's the staple of the defense. So unless we're getting a high quarterback, then there's no point in trading Myles Garrett. He's one of the best defensive players of the last generation, so we're going to keep him as a Cleveland Brown, hopefully for life. It looks like in this simulation, the Seahawks actually beat the Patriots by a lot. Very realistic. Sam Darnold wins MVP. Matthew Stafford wins NFL season MVP. Myles Garrett wins Defensive Player of the Year. Christian McCaffrey, Offensive Player of the Year. Ashton Genty, Rookie of the Year on offense. Xavier Watts, Defensive Rookie. Some of these are accurate, some are not. But that's just a simulation. Each simulation is going to be different. First, what we have to do is put in a draft class. I do have one. We do know that Fernando Mendoza is the best and probably only quarterback in the draft besides Ty Simpson, which we're not going to be able to get. So I'm thinking we probably go receiver, maybe a Jordan Tyson, and possibly an O-lineman, possibly. I don't know, because defensively, the Browns are stacked. Offense is where they really need improvement. And of course, everybody would say they need a quarterback. But we're going to stick it out with Shedeur Sanders for a little bit. Jordan Tyson could be a good pick. Carnell Tate, which we did get in our Raiders rebuild, could also be a good pick. But we have to see where we land in the draft. It looks like as of right now, we do have the 6th overall pick and the 24th from that trade from Jacksonville, which they used to acquire Travis Hunter last year. And we have a high 2nd as well. With these 3 picks right here, we could get some really impact players going forward. And if we trade David Njoku, we probably could also find either more draft picks or more players going forward. When I do these rebuilds, I'm only giving myself like 2 to 3 years to do it. I know some people can go for 10 years, but realistically in the NFL, they're going to fire you as a coach if you do not get it done in 1 to 2 years of improvement. The lifespan of NFL coaches are very, very like slim. Very slim. It's almost like a player. Unless they really love you or you really prove yourself, they're going to fire you. We're just going to advance here until we get to free agency, until we can actually sign some players to fill in needs. Looks like we have a couple players who do need to be re-signed. Martin Emerson Jr. Is he a good player? I don't know. He's kind of young, 25 years old, 6'2" corner. He doesn't seem to be fast. His man cover skills aren't that good. He's 25. I feel like he was a higher draft pick. I do remember him playing at Mississippi State, but I don't think that he's worth how much. And he's hurt as well. I just realized that. It just said that tore his Achilles and he's out for 40 weeks. We don't know if we'll be resigning a torn Achilles. David Njoku is somebody we are definitely going to be trading because we have Harold Fannin at this point in time. Maybe a team like my Panthers who need a tight end could definitely use him. He is a star development trait, but he is 30 years old, so he's definitely getting really up there near the end of his career. We probably should re-sign him. We probably will not find another decent left guard unless we draft one. But if we can get him for just $14 million just to help protect Shedeur Sanders, it might be a good investment. Devin Bush definitely getting re-signed, $51 million. Do we have the cap room? We're going to give him a player-friendly deal. Like I said, it should free us some cap space once we get rid of David Njoku. So hopefully he takes this. He says he thinks he will be testing free agency. We can franchise tag him. So I think we franchise tag Devin Bush. We definitely want to keep him on the team. 1 year, $12.7 million salary. We could definitely afford that. Tevin Jenkins, I think we re-signed him as well. Sure of that offensive line. We have plenty of cap space. He's only 28. We send him a player-friendly deal, and he's going to accept it. Safety, Ronnie Hickman, which I just heard in the news that he got into like an altercation somewhere. 24-year-old safety, 76 overall. We do have Grant Delpit at the other safety, but we definitely need a free safety. Maybe it's something we can look for in the draft. I don't know. But he's not really asking for a lot of money. 6'1", 209, 86 speed. He's pretty slow. Man coverage, not that high. Zone coverage, not that high. I think we could actually find a free safety in free agency or in the draft probably. So we're probably going to let him go as well. Wyatt Teller, I did hear about like him having some like problems within the team, within the organization, good or bad, because I'm not a Browns fan. I don't know if he's like in defense of his team or his teammates or if he's against the organization. I don't know. We probably will not be drafting a right guard. If we could get him just for a year, maybe a player friendly, 2 years, maybe he'll take it. Okay. We do, like I said, we need protection for Shedeur Sanders if he's going to be our quarterback. Next, we have Joel Bitonio. Now, the thing is, I understand he's 85 overall. He is 34 years old. We might be able to package him in a trade deal. Let's see. He'll take a 1-year deal. Let's see if he'll take it. Okay, he took our deal, which means we just signed 3 guards, which means we will be trading one of them. Let's go ahead and jump to the free agency, see what we can find in free agency. So it looks like we can trade as of now. We're going to see what we can get. Since we have now signed Joe Bitonio, we can now trade him. And one of the best trade offers I've seen is for Kool-Aid McKinstry, 23-year-old corner, and a 5th-round pick. Now, there is a trade here for Asante Samuel, but with Kool-Aid McKinstry somehow becoming a superstar in this franchise, and we get a 5th-round pick back for it for a guard, an aging guard who will probably regress after the season starts, this is going to be a great addition to the defense. And going forward, we'll probably use that 5th-round pick to possibly find a late receiver, a safety, something of value somewhere in the draft. So now when it comes to free agencies, in this free agent class, there's not a lot of talent. You'll notice that in real life. It's just not a lot of players of value. Like for us, the only player that I even see that we could use is possibly a safety. Nick Cross could definitely help us out. I guess he's always going to make free agency. And since he's only 24, 92 speed safety, I think that we should go ahead and add him to the board. I'm going to send him this very player friendly deal. Like I said, he's probably going to be the only player we go after in free agency because we just don't have a lot of money. Only 28 million. And he doesn't really like that offer. Not a lot of strength behind that offer. So we're going to have to up the money. And this is what free agency is all about. Overpaying. So we're just going to increase his salary here a little bit just to make sure we overpay him. And let's see if we get him. And it looks like we did not. He took the offer from Jacksonville, giving him $8 million, almost $9 million in salary for 3 years with an $18 million signing bonus. And we're not paying that. So it looks like we'll be drafting the safety, maybe with that second pick in the first round. And there weren't a lot of players in the free agency that we had interest in, so we're going to just jump straight to the draft. So here we are at the NFL draft with the Raiders first on the clock, which they should take Fernando Mendoza. You guys know our biggest needs are a center, a safety, and a wide receiver. They say we need a quarterback. We're going to run it back with Shedeur Sanders. But with our first pick, we might have to go ahead and get Caleb Downs. We do need a free safety. Hopefully he's still there. And we can come back around and get Jordan Tyson or Carnell Tate if they're still there in the first round. We have the 6th and 24th pick. I'm pretty sure the Raiders are going to take Fernando Mendoza. We're going to skip to our pick. They do take Fernando Mendoza with the first pick. Ruben Bain goes 2nd. David Bailey 3rd. 4th, Jeremiah Love. 5th, Arvell Reese. Each time these drafts get different, like from who they pick. Our pick, I think we go ahead and get our safety, Caleb Downs, to shore up that defense that's already ridiculous. Why not add what is supposedly the best player in the draft with Caleb Downs? I think it's going to be a great pick. Like I said, if you play college football with Caleb Downs, you know how good he is. But let's see his ratings in Madden. He's number 1 ranked in true value, so he is the best player in the draft. Quick to digest and respond in zone coverage, good instincts to read and diagnose plays, and a willing tackler that rarely misses. He has 93 speed. Hidden development trait, A's and B's all across the board. We got the best player in the draft in Caleb Downs. So going to our next pick, it looks like Carnell Tate and Jordan Tyson are already off the board. So I wasn't expecting that, but we got to see what we can still get out of this draft. Makai Lemon is available. Do we take Makai Lemon? He possibly is the best receiver still available. We do need a receiver. We still need a center. We're not going to draft a center, so Makai Lemon, we are one of his top fits. I'm going to go ahead and draft Makai Lemon. Receiver out of USC. Let's see how we did. I really, really wanted to get Jordan Tyson. I wanted him to drop. They wasn't going for it. Instead, we got Makai Lemon. A-, ranked number 4 in true value, reliable pass catcher, excellent technique when running routes, quick, clean route runner at intermediate levels. He has a 91 speed, hidden development trait. We got the 1st and 4th best players in the draft with not the best draft spots. Advancing to our next user pick, we have the 6th pick of the 2nd round. Looks like the Raiders drafted 2 Fernandos in both rounds. We cannot get Anthony Hill Jr., but it's not like we need a linebacker. C.J. Allen is off the board. Dylan Thieneman is also off the board. We need a center, but now it is not the time for that. We will draft the best player available. Like, we don't need another tight end. Kenyon Sadiq would be good, but unless we run like a Colston Loveland, Cole Kmet type thing, Kenyon Sadiq and Harold Fannin, is that necessary? Could be. Or do we pair the USC receivers together, get Jacoby Lane, Kenyon Sadiq, but do we need to run a 2 tight end set to even make him useful? Do we just take the best player available? We're going to pull a Bears move. Why not give Shedeur Sanders another weapon? And then we draft Chris Brazil II. He was ranked 26th and we drafted him at 38, so we got more value than the pick we got him at. He does have 90 speed. He's 6'5", hidden development trade, a 6'5", 90 speed receiver out of Tennessee. We got Shedeur Sanders, 2 weapons. Now with the 6th pick in the 3rd round, because we have the 6th pick every round, I would think. So we need a center and possibly a linebacker. But he's got A, impact blocking, A, pass block, C, awareness. We do need to shore up this line for Shedeur Sanders. I do not know who this is because his last name is blanked out. Do we draft him? He does seem like a good player. We do need a center, but it is the 3rd round. I say we take him. And let's see how we did. The front office seems to be happy with it. He was ranked 97th in true value. We drafted him to 70. He's a polished pass protector, firm base, helps defend power moves, and understands leverage and uses it to create more power when run blocking. He is a hidden development center, so maybe it was a decent pick, more of a team need than talent itself. But he's got good grades, so we picked him. Okay, I just found out that his name is Jake Slaughter, and that's why it's blanked out. Had no idea who he is, but he's a pretty decent center, Jake Slaughter. But now we're in the 4th round with the 6th pick once again. We did add 2 receivers already, so Jeremy Bernard, while he is fast, I don't think he's necessary. So let's see if we can find us a Will or Mike or Sam. We can just move over. Andrew Simpson out of North Carolina. Jack Kelly out of BYU. Looks like he has A, zone coverage, A, tackling. Has great speed, elite change of direction, great acceleration, great jumping. And he seems to have really, really good grades. This might be the pick. Jack Kelly out of BYU was ranked at 188 in true value. We drafted him at 102. So he's able to quickly diagnose plays, dependable tackler, slow linebacker in today's game. He has 85 speed, but yet they call him a slow linebacker. I think the scouting report doesn't know what they're talking about. Jack Kelly's going to be a good player. Normal development, but he's going to be a good player. We have Myles Garrett on the right side, but we do not have an edge rusher on the left side. Maybe we have outside linebackers. We definitely need an edge rusher here. Looks like he was ranked 146 in true value. We drafted him at 134. Good awareness and reaction as a defender. Must become stronger in the NFL. Struggles to break free when engaged. Well, he might be a man of marriage. Maybe he likes to be engaged. Anywho, he's got 82 speed, 85 jumping, 89 acceleration. He's an edge rusher, so his stats are pretty good physically. Being on the opposite side of Myles Garrett might just give him some more sacks. So how did we do in our draft? Let's find out. We drafted the best player in the draft with Caleb Downs, 82 overall. With our 2nd pick, we drafted at 24, Mekhi Lemon, 79 overall. 91 speed, deep threat receiver. Paired him with Chris Brazzell the second, or Brazzell, Chris Brazzell the second. 6'5" receiver out of Tennessee. Came back in the 3rd round, got Jake Slaughter because we need to shore up that O-line with the center. And of course, just from there, we just went downhill with the picks, right? We went 82, 79, 75, 71, 69, 70, 71. Aaron Anderson, good pick. 66, 66. This was a good pick. I think Tyreek Sapp was a good pick. Jack Kelly, maybe not so much. But our first 3 picks, we nailed our first 3 picks. And that's really all you need for a draft class to be good. You need about 2 to 3 players to say, hey, you made a historic draft class. Because if these 3 players become impact players, the 2026 draft class will be one to remember. And we got a 94 speed receiver to go along with it. So with receivers, with weapons, we should be good. But you guys let me know in the comments, who would you have drafted? Because I thought I did a pretty good job. So now we are here in the preseason where we're going to put our players through training camp. We're going to make a few trades. I think, first off, we're going to trade Jerry Jeudy. We're going to see what we can get out of trading Jerry Jeudy. And if we can get anything of significant value, it'll help. He's an 81 receiver. He's only 27 years old, but I think if you're a Browns fan, you've got to be tired of Jerry Jeudy, just like everybody is, besides maybe himself. Let's see what we get for him. So we are trading Jerry Jeudy in a 4th round pick to the Jets for Olu Fashanu to be our left tackle. He's very young, and he's already a superstar. We got to help secure this offensive line for Shedeur Sanders. Pre-training camp, this is what our lineup looks like. We have Mekhi Lemon on one side, Quinshon Judkins at running back, Shedeur Sanders at the quarterback, Chris Brazzell the second at the other receiver, Harold Fannin, Jack Conklin, Wyatt Teller, Jack Slaughter, Telvin Jenkins, and Olu Fashanu, our superstar left tackle. On defense, we have Caleb Downs, our rookie. On defense, we have Myles Garrett on one side, our superstar X Factor. Mason Graham, our first round pick from the year prior. Collins, McGuire, Tyson Campbell, which will probably move up Kool-Aid McKinstry. Grant Delpit at the strong safety. Our rookie Jack Kelly. Carson Schwessinger, our superstar second year linebacker. Devin Bush and Caleb Downs and Denzel Ward. Now I'm going to send halfway through the season to see where we need improvement and how we're actually doing throughout the season. It looks like we are 2-4, not going as planned. But then again, they only won 5 games last season, so if we're already at 2, that's probably going to be an improvement for the season to come. Let's go ahead and get Devin Bush out of the way. We need him. I know he's 28, and he will only get older. So maybe with Jeremiah Wusu-Kamara coming back, we could probably trade him. I think what we're going to do is we're going to counter this trade here for Brian Thomas Jr. Like I said, we do have 2 decent receivers, but adding a third one never hurt, especially for Shedeur Sanders. Okay, so we trade Devin Bush, 87 overall linebacker, and a 5th for Brian Thomas Jr. and a 1st. You tell me who's getting fleeced on that. It looks like we finished the season 7-10, which is 2 wins upgraded from last year. We finished 4th in offensive passing yards per game, so Shedeur Sanders looks like he did step it up, but our points per game was ranked 23rd. Defensively, it looks like our defensive pass yards was 2nd, but our defensive points per game was 20th. But that could be due to like bad field positioning from an offense. You never know what it is. But we do have upgrades, and I did get a contract extension. Let's see how our upgrades translate to our players. Shedeur Sanders with 11 upgrades, going up to an 81 possibly. I'm going to manually do this. In just 1 year, he's gone up to an 82 overall. It says 87 because he's got a +5 in his morale. I mean, he has upgraded so much in just this 1 year of our rebuild. Statistically, he threw 4,200 yards, 31 touchdowns, and 12 interceptions. That is amazing. Coming from his rookie year to now, he's already a 4,000-yard passer. Crazy improvement. That's why he had 11 upgrades. Patriots went back to the Super Bowl, but this time lost to the 49ers with Brock Purdy and Kyle Shanahan finally prevailing to win their first Super Bowl. Justin Herbert wins MVP. Kyle Shanahan was Coach of the Year. Puka Nacua wins Offensive Player of the Year. Somehow Peter Woods wins not only Defensive Player of the Year, but also Defensive Rookie of the Year, with Carnell Tate winning Offensive Rookie of the Year. We got Olu Fashanu here with his 5th-year option. We're going to accept that. We need him. We got $148 million in cap room, so we have plenty of money. Brian Thomas on his 5th-year option as well. We're going to accept that too. We are getting rid of Deshaun Watson. Finally, Browns fans, y'all can applaud this. So let's just see the team as a whole now. We have improvement all over the board. Myles Garrett will probably eventually regress, but until he does, we're going to keep him on the team. We're not going to trade him. Denzel Ward progressed. Makai Lemon is now the 3rd best player on the team. Carson Schwessinger, a superstar. Caleb Downs, a superstar. Shedeur Sanders, I'm pretty sure he'll probably turn into a superstar eventually. He just needs probably a breakout. So if he plays a breakout game, you could probably get it. He is an 82 overall, but 87 with morale. Harold Fannin, good. Mason Graham, good. Brian Thomas, good. So it looks like what we might need going forward in the draft, we could use a guard, an offensive lineman, like possibly a right tackle for Jack Conklin. A right tackle, an edge rusher. A D tackle would work as well. Possibly a corner later in the draft. But it looks like the main things that we need. We do have 2 picks in the 1st round, and we have a higher pick in the 2nd round as well. We have to hit on these 2 picks, possibly a 3rd, and we'll have a great draft class. I'm surprised because we haven't really given up a lot. Normally, I trade a lot of my future picks for more picks and more players, which we might take this 2028 pick and see what we can get for it. So I have to go through free agency as well. with a lot of money, we could definitely sign a high-end right tackle or left edge or something of that nature. Let's see who we get in free agency. Out of the top 100, we signed Kobe Durant, Travis Jones, sure of that defense with extra depth. Yaya Diaby is still there. Leonard Williams is still there. We do have Mason Graham, so we probably don't need Leonard Williams. He's 33. I think we try to get Yaya Diaby, move him to the left side. Hopefully he can still be as effective on the opposite side. We're going to send Taylor Moton a very friendly deal. We're just throwing money out. We're going to see who evaluates our offers, see who we can sign. We did not get Taylor Moton. He was offered more money. Josh Downs also didn't accept our offer. He didn't want to come play with his brother is wild to me. But Yaya Diaby accepted an offer from the Bengals. And Trenton Simpson accepted an offer from the Giants. You just have to send a lot of money. And the money we were sending was just not enough. We are going to simulate to the draft. And let's see who we get in the draft. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully there is a right tackle in there or a edge rusher. Before the start of the draft, we are an 86 overall. We're only going to improve from here on forward. Let's go ahead and start this NFL draft. It looks like the Raiders have the #1 pick again. Back-to-back years with the #1 pick. Their rebuild's just not going as good. They need me to be their GM. I don't know what they're doing. They need to go back and watch the Raiders rebuild. But if you click this link, you'll be able to rebuild your own Raiders with my Raiders. Go with Jeremiah Smith with the first pick in the draft. Dylan Stewart goes second. Colin Simmons goes third. Julian Sayin fourth. Dylan Raiola, Jaden Jackson, Murad Watson. So there are players to get in here, but all the edge rushers are probably gone. All the good ones. Now, if we needed a quarterback, Arch Manning would be a go-to, but that's who we drafted in our Raiders rebuild. So we got players like Damon Wilson II, Jordan Seaton, who might be the pick right here. We move him to left tackle, or we can keep him at left tackle, and we move Fashanu to right tackle, or either or. But Jordan Seaton might be the pick. We'll go ahead and draft Jordan Seaton. Like I said, Shedeur Sanders in his offensive line. We can probably add another receiver here or there. Picking O-lineman this high is very realistic to do. Not something that most people would do. Let's see our guy Jordan Seaton coming out with no jacket, but definitely something on top of his head. Big boy. A+, he was 16th. We ranked, but we drafted him at 8. Envelops rushers, not allowing them to disengage. Solid base to stall. Power, rush, momentum. Shows ability to thwart speed moves. Why are they using such big words? Hidden development, 78 speed. Left tackle. All A's on the board. Cincinnati, wait so I can read. Cincinnati drafts Ryan Williams. We're going to skip ahead in the draft. Now with our 20th pick, there are a lot of players off the board already. We still need an edge rusher, possibly. I do not know if we got Jermaine Johnson or not. There's a right guard, or Anthony Knapp, which would be his name. He does have A's all across the board. Do we draft 2 offensive linemen in the first round, or do we go edge rusher? It's really hard to just not pick this right guard, because I just feel like he's the best player available. He's got elite speed. I just don't think he's going to be better than Wyatt Teller. But if we can shore up that offensive line, we might be able to come back around and get an edge rusher. Let's go ahead and get this right guard. It's very unlike me to pick 2 offensive players in the first round, or 2 offensive linemen in the first round, but he's just got all A's, hidden development trait. It's the 18th ranked true value. We drafted him at 20. Everything about this pick says it's good. I guess we'll see. We can still get Quincy Rhodes Jr., who was probably who we were going to get anyway. He's got A's on the board. He is a right edge. We do need a left edge, but there just aren't any in the draft. Any good ones, I should say. So Bryce Young, who looks like an elite player, somewhat. A finesse moves, A block shedding, A power moves, B play recognition. Bryce Young might be a good pick. Or he could be a bust. But we are his top fit. We do need a left edge. He's 6'7", 273. We're going to draft Bryce Young with our second round pick. I'm a Panthers fan, so the name Bryce Young means a lot to me. Let's see how good we did. He was ranked 156. We drafted him at 40. Did we just whiff on a pick? I think we did. His his grades are lying. His grades are very, very lying. We drafted the wrong Bryce Young. We're gonna take the team that we have and see how we did. Jordan Seaton, 77 overall. Anthony Knapp, 77 overall. I think we did pretty well, especially if he progresses. Jordan Seaton during the season very fast. Everybody's a 70. Bryce Young being the only player that tricked us, really. Isaiah Glasker, really decent player to be a third round pick, 72 overall. Lucas Canario, 72 overall, 70 overall punter, and a corner Max Tucker out of Boston College. Not the best draft, but we're drafting to fulfill needs and positional depth. But I think this team is ready to make a push for the playoffs. Going to simulate to mid-season to see how the team does. Hopefully, we don't have to make any drastic changes, and the team is starting to progress and win games. So it looks like we are 3-4. Maybe like a little bit better start than what we had at first, but it seems like it's just the AFC North with a hard division. So hopefully we can turn it around after these upgrades of these players and finish the season strong. I don't think there's anything we can do to get into the playoffs. We are 8-8, and it looks like Cincinnati and Baltimore finish above us. The only way we could possibly sneak in, we would need a lot of teams to lose and for us to win. And since we're playing the 1 seed Kansas City Chiefs, I don't think it's going to happen. And we did get our contract extended. I'm already ready to go to the off season, sim to the draft. I'm going to let them do the draft. I'm going to sim to next season. I do think we have, honestly, I can't do that because I have to re-sign Mason Graham. So we're going to send him to the offseason. So we have to re-sign Kool-Aid McKinstry. We do have $65 million. We're going to send him a very player-friendly offer. He's going to stay with us. And we are also going to accept Mason Graham's fifth-year option. He's an 87 overall. He's going to be with us for his fifth year. So with the last look of our rosters, this is as good as we're going to get. This is our last year of the rebuild. This is what we're looking like. Carson Schwarzenegger already up to a 91. Denzel Ward has regressed to a 91. Caleb Downs, a 90 overall. Makai Lemon, a 90 overall. Quinshawn, 88. Harold Fannin, 87. Now a superstar. Mason Graham, 87. Chris Brazzell, an 87. Kool-Aid McKinstry, an 87. Brian Thomas, 86. J.O.K., 86. Shedeur Sanders, an 86. Our left tackle is a superstar, Jordan Seaton, 84. Grant Delpit at 83 still. Like I say, he doesn't improve nor regress. He just stays the same. Anthony Knapp, 82. Our right guard, Travis Jones, an 82. Olu Fashanu, an 82. We got a lot of 82s on this team. This team should be ready to make a playoff push. Let's find out. We're going to simulate halfway through the season. We are 5-1. Complete turnaround from last year and a year prior. Maybe our third year is our charm year where we can focus and go crazy. We finished the season 12-5, and we are playing the Jacksonville Jaguars in the wild card. We have a 90 overall team. Let's look at some stats and awards. But first, where do we finish? We finished third in the AFC, first in our division. The top three teams all finished 12-5. Division winners, Cleveland Browns. When's the last time you've seen that? And we have plenty of upgrades to go around. Shedeur Sanders is only getting better. Carson Schwarzenegger is only getting better. Caleb Downs is only getting better. I mean, this team has improved like crazy. Shedeur Sanders with 3,700 yards, 16th in the NFL, 29 passing touchdowns. Quinshawn, 10th in the league in rushing yards with 7 touchdowns, almost 1,300 yards. BTJ with over 1,017 receiving touchdowns. He led the league in receiving touchdowns. But let's see how the other receivers did. Makai Lemon and Chris Brazzell with over 700 yards. 6 touchdowns for Chris Brazzell. 4 for Makai Lemon. 2 for Harold Fannin. Brian Thomas Jr. is scoring like he's Devontae Adams. Okay? We don't know what's gotten into him. Carson Schwarzenegger, 108 solo tackles, 155 total tackles. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah right behind him. Kool-Aid coming up. Denzel Ward coming up big. 5 picks. Grant Delpit still probably an 83 overall, but he's got 2 picks. Myles Garrett 17 sacks on the season. He's still being mouse scared. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. Caleb Downs, we need some picks out of you, but we'll take it. We'll take it. But you guys have to remember, I'm not actually playing the game. I'm just calling the plays. So we'll be in a broadcast camera view in coach mode. And just in case you guys want to see the redesigned uniforms, this is what we got for the home, the away, the dog pound unis, which are orange. The blackout, it's not a blackout. This is a gray uniform, Greyhound uniform. Cleveland Browns uniform with a dog collar on it. I really like it. It looks pretty cool to me. So here we go. We are in the playoffs. Like I said, I will be skipping through this game. I do believe in our team. I shouldn't have to jump in, but if I do, it'll be in the fourth quarter more than likely. And we'll start calling plays for the team. Looks like they cannot stop the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hopefully this will not be the end of our rebuild so far. I might have to jump in the second half. Looks like they came back and scored to shut me up. It is the third quarter. They do have the Jacksonville Jaguars do have the ball. We get the ball back. It's still the third quarter. I believe they can come down the field and score. They are in the red zone. And they go up by a touchdown. Fourth quarter here. 3 minutes left to go. The game is on the line. We need our defense to make a stop. They do not stop. They do not stop the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I think they let them convert for 2. So we're going to jump in the 2 minutes. So we're going to run the ball here. First down. Quishon Judkins. And he's going to get tackled on a 2-yard run here. So the goal here is we have to run down the clock and leave no time and hopefully score. Shedeur Sanders is controlling his team by himself. Hopefully he can make the right reads. Let's see what he can do. Who is he going to find? He finds Mekhi Lemon. I thought he threw a pick. I'm not going to lie. We got 1:40 left to go. Shedeur Sanders, can he lead this team in the wild card in his first playoff appearance for the Browns? Let's go. Hopefully I'm calling good plays. He's going to get sacked here by Devin Lloyd. A loss of 9. Like I said, we are trying to waste time just in case things don't work out. Gonna audible this. Let's go, Shedeur. Oh, he just threw it up. Who is that? He might throw a pick. He almost threw a pick. Shedeur is trying to sell us. 3rd and 19. What I'm afraid of is that he'll actually dump it off short just because it's a better route. Let's see what he does. 3rd and 19. He just throws it up. Who is that? He found Mekhi Lemon. Mekhi Lemon for a touchdown. Mekhi Lemon takes the lead with 44 seconds left to go. And does a dog celebration. Okay, Mekhi. Okay, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. I always forget that he wears that, but it looks silly sometimes. I mean, whoever that is just got beat and burnt. And we're taking the lead. In Cleveland, we got a new stadium. We got new uniforms. Complete rebuild. Can the team hold on, though, is the question. Let's find out. Oh, my. They are in position. They are in position. They better not score with 14 seconds left to go. Stop it. Okay, ETN. He wasted 4 seconds doing that. We'll take it. We just need to hold on to his lead. Travis Hunter has a superstar going across the middle. He finds, I don't know who that is. Jacoby Myers. We need to tackle him inbounds. Get one play. Trevor Lawrence is going to throw. No way. He just caught a touchdown with 1 second left to go. What is this, bro? What is this? You telling me we're not picking that? We're not picking that? Carson Schwarzenegger's right there. He's not picking that, bro. Get out of here. Get out of here, bro. What do y'all think? Y'all think Shedeur Sanders can throw a game-winning touchdown here with 1 second left to go? Hopefully they're not blitzing from the left. Let's go, Shedeur. Shedeur. Okay, he throws it up. Shedeur throws it up. Whoa! Whoa, Brian Thomas! Brian Thomas with a game-winning touchdown! What? What? That is crazy. 1 second left. Shedeur Sanders to Brian Thomas Jr. in a wild card playoff game. Mind you, this is not me playing this game, bro. That's crazy. That is crazy. Hey, we'll take it. We built this team. We deserve the win. We deserve the win. I mean, Shadur Sanders with 253 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks, with the passer rating of 131.2. I mean, Shadur has came a long way. Quinshawn didn't really do much, but Mekhi Lemon came up big, and Brian Thomas Jr. with the game-winning touchdown with 1 second left to go is crazy. We are now advanced to the divisional round of the playoffs where we play the Chargers and Justin Herbert, another 12-5 team. So this game should be really good, and hopefully it doesn't come to the last second play like it did in the wild card. But y'all know what we're going to do. We're going to play the moments, and if we have to jump in, we'll see what we can do. Hopefully our team in this game doesn't give up a lot on offense. They do have Justin Herbert, though. Score with the field goal already. We're down 3-0. Can our offense come down and score? They are in the red zone, and they leave there with 3 points. The Chargers now have the ball back, and they're storming down the field, and they leave there with 3 points as well. We're back in the red zone. Can we finish with a touchdown here? As we do, 10-6, right past the second quarter. We're in the third quarter now. We're in the red zone again. Can Cleveland score another touchdown? As we might just run away with this. We have the ball back on offense now. Looks like the Chargers are no match for us as we score we score another touchdown, and we should win this game. There should be no time left. We win 24-13, and we're going to the AFC Championship game. Looks like Shadur Sanders had 218 yards and an 80% completion. Justin Herbert with another Justin Herbert playoff type game. 50% completion on 134 yards. It's just not cutting it. Not against these Cleveland Browns. Not against these rebuilt Cleveland Browns. So it looks like we have to play the Patriots, who have been to 3 back-to-back-to-back AFC Championship games. And if we don't stop them, they will go to the Super Bowl another time. And that is ridiculous, because who wants to see the Patriots in the Super Bowl again? Nobody. So hopefully our Browns team can stop them. We're going to go ahead and get right into the game. I remember doing the Raiders rebuild, and we played this game in Foxborough as well, and we lost. So I'm here to take my revenge with a new team here, as we have the ball already, and we are looking to score. And we leave there with 3 points. New England gets the ball back, but they don't do anything with it. We get the ball back. Can we score off of this possession is the question, and we don't. Second quarter already. This is a defensive game. Only 3 points scored in 2 quarters. New England can't capitalize, and then they come down. They're coming down the field now, and they finally put some points on the board. Up 3-7. We are now in the red zone at the end of the third quarter. Can we finish? We score with a touchdown here. Fourth quarter now. We need a stop on third down. It's 10-7. We're up by 3. And with 3 minutes left to go, we're struggling. And New England seems to tie the game up. 2 minutes left to go. Can Shadur Sanders pull off this AFC Championship? I did plan on coaching him through this. We're going to run the ball here. Quinshawn, first run of the game, get some yards. Got about 6. If we can keep this game in our possession where we control the clock, we should be able to win, as long as Shadur doesn't make a mistake. 2nd and 4 with 2 minutes left to go. Can he be Brady in Brady's old arena? He finds Mekhi Lemon for a first down. We got to make sure we leave no time for the Patriots, but just enough time for ourselves. See what Shadur finds. He's going to get hit, but he finds Chris Brazzell the second as we're getting yards and going down the field. Beautiful throw while getting hit. We're getting closer and closer to field goal position and wasting time. Let's get this run off by Quinshawn Judkins. We built that offensive line so we can run the ball, but we go absolutely nowhere. He's got Harold Fannin. He's got Judkins. Break a tackle, Judkins. Throw a block. Quinshawn. Way to get out of bounds. Shadur, make a good read. Shadur. Shadur takes a sack. We didn't need a sack, Shadur. Just throw it out. Throw it out. Okay, let's see if we can make a 53-yard field goal here. We have a 99 kick power kicker. See what we can do. Oh, shit. Oh, no, I missed it. I shanked it. No, 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 no. We need a score here in overtime. Somehow they didn't score. We'll take it. Let's go, Shadur. He throws it up. He's got Brian Thomas Jr. He's just too fast. Quinshawn going in motion. What are we doing? Shadur. He doesn't see the blitz. We should have a crossing route open somewhere. He finds Harold Fannin. It might be in man. Find your guy, Shador. Find your guy, Shador. He throws it, but he gets hit. 58-yard field goal. Can we redeem ourselves with this field goal? Oh, my goodness. They want us to make this? Oh, my goodness. It almost got blocked, and we missed it, too. We missed 2 field goals. No. No. No, they're going to win. 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 We lose to the Patriots again, but this time it's because I missed 2 field goals, bro. Oh my goodness. So it looks like the Patriots will be going on to the Super Bowl once again in another rebuild that I've done. We could not stop them. It is completely my fault. But as you see, we did rebuild this Cleveland Browns team from a 5-win team to a 7-win team into a playoff team with a 90 overall. So if you think you can do a better job than me, try it with this redesign of uniforms and rebuild the Cleveland Browns on your own time. If you can do a better job than me, you're a better coach. I appreciate you guys for watching. Let me know what team you think I should do next in the comments. What team you think I should redesign. What team that you think I should rebuild. And how you think I should do the jerseys. Whatever you think I should do differently. And leave them in the comments. I appreciate you for watching the video. Make sure you go to my Creation Center downloads and download the redesign. You guys have a blessed day. And I'll be working on the next redesign for the next team that we're going to rebuild.